Lewis Hamilton sends fans wild with new Instagram post. Has he dropped Ferrari move clue? Lewis Hamilton, who wrapped up his fifth world title last month, has one race left of the season before taking a break for the winter. The F1 season concludes this Sunday in Dubai at the Yas Marina circuit. But Hamilton and Mercedes have wrapped up both big prizes already. And Hamilton fans are now debating whether he may look to switch teams before the end of his career. He posted a new image on Instagram wearing a corduroy outfit with a red shirt. He captioned it with a red dot emoji, and one fan responded saying, "Ferrari red always looks great, smile." Another worried fan responded with, "I hope you are not suggesting that you are joining Ferrari or Sauber soon? Or are you suggesting the Mercedes livery next year is going to be black and silver? Looks amazing, Lewis." Another said, "Nothing wrong with corduroy jackets, Lou." While one simply said, "Wow." Hamilton has been linked with Ferrari in the past and was asked about a move in the summer. He admitted he'd been approached by another team but refused to confirm who it was. "In terms of other teams approaching me, one did, but I didn't give it any air," Hamilton said. Pushed on whether the team were Ferrari, he replied, "You can make whatever assumption you want." Hamilton has made no secret of his admiration for Ferrari, but he signed a new 2-year deal with Mercedes earlier this year. "It's good to put pen to paper, announce it and then get on with business as usual," he said at the time of the new £40 million deal. "I have been part of the Mercedes racing family for 20 years and I have never been happier inside a team than I am right now. We are on the same wavelength both on and off track, and I am looking forward to winning more in the future and shining even more light on the three-pointed star." "I'm very confident that Mercedes is the right place to be over the coming years. While Toto Wolff is confident of keeping him with the team," he said, "Mercedes has become Lewis' home in Formula One. I am very confident that we have some incredible chapters of our story together still to come." Related articles: Lewis Hamilton, why Mercedes driver beats Sebastian Vettel to F1 title, Lance Stroll. Hamilton secured his fifth World Championship in Mexico City last month after finishing fourth at the Mexican Grand Prix. He followed that up with a first-place finish at the Brazil GP last week. The Mercedes star got the better of his Ferrari rival for the second season in a row. According to Williams driver Lance Stroll, the championship was fully deserved. "It's been great to see him, alongside Sebastian Vettel, in, I would say, an equally competitive car," Stroll said. "Maybe it's more competitive, maybe it's less, I don't know, you can talk in detail. But he's just outraced him and outdrove him and you have to respect that as a racing driver." Because a season like Formula One, 21 races, it's such a long year and he seems to just come in every weekend and get the job done, which is easier said than done. Big respect towards him. As current Mercedes deal is set to run until 2020, meaning he could go level with S all-time record of 7 F1 championships. In the eyes of Stroll, the 33-year-old is still improving. "He's just been consistent and he's been getting better by the looks of it," the Canadian added. "I'm not at Mercedes, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but you rarely see Lewis crash, you rarely see Lewis make silly mistakes. I think that the key to scoring a championship at the end of the day is just picking up points. If you're third and the risk of overtaking second is high, it's just about picking up the points at the end of the day. All those points add up." He's proven that over the last couple of seasons in particular. Related articles: F1 News, Max Verstappen could be key to major change in F1 schedule. As commercial managing director Sean Brach has revealed this weekend that they are hoping to bring back the Dutch Grand Prix and build on the wave of popularity surrounding the Red Bull star. "We are very interested in racing in Holland," Brach is, the sport's commercial managing director, said when asked about a possible return to the Zandvoort circuit that hosted 30 races from 1952 to 1985. "We are having productive conversations there, and I am cautiously optimistic we can do something to surprise and delight fans in that territory and take advantage of the Max factor. There are suggestions in the local media that a deal for 2020 could be on the table." Verstappen, 21 and seen as a future world champion, has a huge national following as the country's most successful Formula One driver. The youngest race winner ever now has 5 victories to his name, including 2 this season with Red Bull, with some 20,000 Dutch fans traveling to the team's home race in Austria, which he won. The Jumbo Racing Days event at Zandvoort in May, which featured Verstappen and other Red Bull drivers doing demonstration runs, attracted more than 110,000 people. The circuit, located in sand dunes on the Dutch North Sea coast, first hosted a Formula One championship race in 1952 and has been refurbished since 1985 when Austrian Niki Lauda won the last Grand Prix there. The return of Zandvoort would alleviate fears about the sport distancing itself from its European past, with other heritage circuits facing an uncertain future. Formula One, whose commercial rights are owned by U.S.-based Liberty Media, recently announced Vietnam will host a Grand Prix in Hanoi for the first time in 2020 and is aiming to expand the calendar beyond the current 21 races. At the same time, historic but financially challenged venues like Britain's Silverstone, Italy's Monza and Germany's Hockenheim have contracts expiring next year with concern about their futures. Those were put into sharper focus when Formula One chairman Chase Carey told a Liberty Media investor meeting last week that we expect to replace a few existing races where we inherited unattractive agreements, with new events or agreements that are better for racing and provide more value. Brach has said discussions were ongoing with a number of current and potential promoters and saw plenty of interest. "We're in an extraordinary favorable position, I think, in the pole position if you will, in terms of Formula One being an attractive product for countries around the world," he said, speaking at Formula One's Esports series. "From a brand standpoint, from a history standpoint, our intention is to renew the heritage circuits," he added. "We think it's an important part of Formula One. But at the same time we're a publicly traded company, we're a business, we have obligations to our partners and the teams to maximize the investment that they are making into the sport, and we're going to try to balance that with the complexities of some of these negotiations."